Hi, in this video I'm going to show you the introduction of a Microsoft Word, and I will cover the first exercises of chapter 1. First, I'll show you how to open Microsoft Word. Right now it is already opened, but if you haven't opened Microsoft Word yet, this is how. So currently I'm using Windows 8.0. So the later version should have a little icon that looks like a Windows. I don't have it here, but you will see something like a Windows icon. And go ahead and click on it. It's basically in the bottom left corner where you see this little burgundy color icon here. Just point at it and click. And then you can just type the word. So start with W-O-R-D, and you don't see it again, but in the far top right corner you would see the search pane opened, and the first application that is listed there should be Microsoft Word. And in fact I see it right here, and I'm going to go ahead and click on it, and then it should open Microsoft Word. So you may see something like this. So this is the window that you will see first, and you have a blank document template and some other pre-formatted templates as well. So in this case, go ahead and click on the blank document. Right now I'm going to go ahead and click on these back arrows to go back to my original blank document. So I don't know if you can see it, but let me just scroll down just a little bit down here so make sure that you see it. So at the top you will see something that says document 1, and that is called title bar. So the name of this document should show up here, and by default it is named as document 1. And in the top left corner you may have a few icons that for example here that looks like a old computer disk, and that's for save. In fact, if you point at it and hover over, meaning that just move your pointer and just put the pointer right above the item that you are interested in, and then you'll see a little blip showing what it is. And in fact you'll see it says save, and then that is also CTRL +S. So that's a quick access, that is a control key and letter S. So you may wonder, what is control key? Well, on your keyboard right here in the bottom left corner, that's CTRL, that's called control key. So you hold down the control key and then press letter S here, and while you're holding down the control key, press the key S, and then that will be the same thing as clicking on this button for save. And this is undo, and when you realize you made a mistake or you want to go back the steps, go ahead and click on undo, and so on. And this can be edited. So what items that you want to put it, so just click on the drop down menu, and then you may choose the ones that you want to add. So for example, well, let's say I want to add a new, and then there's a new button there. Okay, so that's a quick access bar, and then right below you have a bunch of tabs. So for example here, home, insert, page, layout, and so on. Under each tab, let me go back to home tab, and under each tab you will have this something called ribbon. So that's how it is. That's what it is. ribbon. Let me make it bigger so you can see it. It's called ribbon, and ribbon is below tab. Tab, ribbon, and each ribbon has groups of toolboxes. So tool groups. So for example, here, let me take a look at this paragraph, e.g. the paragraph group. Here, it includes different tools, so make it bullet item like that, or number like that. And also you can have tabs and decrease tab, increase tab, and you can change the color and so on. And also there is something called more button. So this here, this is one group called paragraph group, and if you want to see more details, go ahead and click on this more button. It's in the bottom right corner, so go ahead and click on it, and then you'll see this dialog box. Okay, so this is, you'll see this kind of dialog box often. It's kind of intimidating in terms of the amount of information that you may see. My suggestion is that first you start from the top left corner, read it, and then you select or choose each one, and then select options one at a time, and then basically general direction of flow is from the top left corner, you read, choose options, and then go all the way to bottom right corner. Then that's how you end. So from top left corner, answer the questions, read through, and then at the end you'll end up in the bottom right corner. Go ahead and click on whatever you choose. So in the case, I'm going to go ahead and cancel it. But before I do that, I also want to point out that there are other tabs as well. So it's a lot of information. These are the kind of things that you're going to have to get used to it as you walk through the chapters. Okay, so let me go ahead and cancel it. Alright, so now you have tools, you have ribbons, you have groups of the tools, and let's see. Okay, so down here, this is where you type things, and then also here's horizontal ruler. Here it says 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Those are the rulers. And on the left side, you have a vertical rulers. And let me move this up a little bit higher. And you can scroll up and down by pointing and clicking on the scroll bar. Hold it down and drag it up, drag it down, and so on. And also you can use this down arrow or up arrow, and then I don't see the down here. If you need to, you can use, let's see, can I go, yeah, here. So if it's too narrow, you have this horizontal scroll bar. You can click left and right, or click on the scroll bar, hold it down, and drag it left and drag it to right, and so on. So let me just bring it back to the original size. Alright, so sometimes users accidentally click on this arrow, thinking that's the up arrow, but this arrow is different because that collapses the ribbons. Oops, it's gone. Okay, how do I use the ribbons? Well, don't worry, you can go ahead and click on it. Click on any tab, it comes back. But the thing is that once you click on the document area, it goes back. But you may want to keep it up. So there are a couple of ways. You can go ahead and click any of these tabs, double click, and it gets pinned. Or if you want to click on any of the tabs, and then you will see in the bottom and just right side here there's a little pin icon, so click on it so it keeps it up that way. Alright, and then let's talk about the far bottom side. Okay, let me just bring it up just a little bit more higher so you can see better. So here you can change the resolution. So let me make it bigger like that, or down. And also you can see read mode. So this is the editing mode view, and read view is the one that you don't actually edit. And so you can go back to the print layout or web page layout and so on. So here, one way to go back from this read view is also you can press the escape key. Well, what is escape key? Right here on your screen, on your keyboard, that's the escape key right there. So press the escape key on your keyboard, it'll bring you back to the editing mode. Alright, and then here, bottom left corner, it says page 1 of 1. So currently I have just one page, and I'm looking at page 1. And I have 7 words, and it's English. Alright, so if you click on it, you will see, click on, let's say, how many words, you will see how many pages, how many words, not only that, how many characters, with or without spaces, blank spaces, and so on. So that's sometimes come handy. Oftentimes when you apply a job or schools, they may ask you to write short essays, and they may actually say not only how many words, but they may say how many characters. And this is kind of very handy tool. Just click on it and it shows how many words and characters you have written. Alright, so that's basically it for an introduction. Oh, let me not forget. So here in the bottom top right corner, you have a few tools. So this X here, that will close the Word application. That means whatever the Word document or documents that you've been working on, they will be closed as well. So be careful. Unless you really want to close everything, don't use it. Okay? Instead, you may want to use File and Close. So this will close the document that you're working on, but leave the, let me just go ahead and close it. That will say, okay, want to save or change the document? No, I don't want to save it, so don't save it. So that'll close the Word document, but it'll keep the Word application remain open. Alright, so that's for closing the whole application. If you want to close only the document, go to File and then click on Close. Okay, so that's the difference. And then this is a maximize. It'll maximize the Word application window to the whole screen. Let me come back here, and then this is going to be minimize, and it'll bring down here. Okay, let me just go ahead and do that. Click on it and it comes down here. So click on it and it comes back up. Okay, and here this is the Microsoft Help. This is a great tool, and whenever you have a question about certain things, you can go ahead and click on that question mark and type any question. Let's say how to save. Let's see. and there are different ways of saving Word documents. You can, for example, you can save it as a Word document, or save it as a web page, save for one online, save it as a read-only, and so on. There are many different ways. But anyway, here it is. It even has a video of saving a Word document. So not only the Word instruction, but also video instructions. So it's a very handy tool to use. So remember this, the question mark, that is for help. So let me bring this back up here and down here. All right, so let me start the chapter exercises. So if you look at the page number 8, and in the second half, or the bottom of this page number 8, starts exercise 1.1a. Let me go ahead and open a new document. So go to File, New, and I'm going to start a blank document. So on page 8, and let me make it a little bit bigger so you can see it easier. So page 8, and exercise 1.1a. Okay, it's about creating a Word document. All right, so let me delete that. So it's it says open a Word, and at a blank document, type the information shown on figure 1.2. And figure 1.2 is on page number 9. So page number 9. And at the top it says, it's got kind of a yellowish background, and it tells web page resumes fall into 2 categories and so on. So let me just go quickly grab the text here, and so I'm just saving my time by copying and pasting. You should type it like that. Okay, and then let me just follow through the instruction here. So here I want to talk about a couple of things, such as autocomplete and autocorrect. And let's see here. Let's say if you don't type this, if you just copy and paste, that may be okay, assuming that you don't know how to type. If you know how to type, go ahead and you should type it. But if you don't know, if you're very new to typing, you may copy and paste, and I may give you the this electronic version of this text. Okay. So anyway, here at least you should read this instruction, whatever the text here. Okay, so that it'll be much easier for you to work with it. Anyway, this document was written, and let me go ahead and finish the rest. So let's say I typed this document was written WED. So that's WED is obviously for Wednesday. And then take a close look at this. I type WEDN, and as soon as I type letter N, you'll see a little blip. It says Wednesday, and it says press enter to insert. So what do? I press the enter key, and voila, it completes. It auto completes the word. So WEDN changes to Wednesday. And let me type in the the rest here, so followed by comma, and then November. So N-O-V-E. Again, I don't have to type the rest. I just hit the enter key. So on your keyboard, okay, come here. All right, there's the enter key. Okay, and back here in Word, press the enter key. November 18th, comma 2015. Period. And this time, okay, first of all, let me go back here. So after typing the word boss, current boss, period, here I press the enter key. And notice that my insertion point is blinking after a kind of blank line. In fact, it is not considered as a blank line, it is considered space. And we'll talk about more detail in a minute. And right now, I'm going to go ahead and press the delete key to move it up this, this line. Okay, now back to 2015, period. And this time, I'm not going to press the enter key because that'll take me down. It'll jump a little space. Instead, let me backspace. Instead, I'm going to hold down the shift key and press the enter key. Okay, where is the shift key? Right here. There's a shift key. So you hold it down and then press the enter key right here. Okay, so let me go back here. And so notice that my insertion point is blinking right below the line above. Alright, so let me type the rest. Please insert this information. Oh, did you see that? I think I typed something wrong in formation. Okay, let me just do this. So F-O, instead of all, I skip all. I just go ahead and type in M-A-T-O-I-T-I-O-N and press spacebar. Oopsie. Information. Ah, okay. Guess what? I tried too many times, so it's a little bit complicated. But if you do it first time, then without the letter all, and it'll automatically correct it. But I typed it a couple of times, kind of rewritten. So the Word kind of learned that, well, the user actually wants to keep the letter all out of it. Okay, so anyway, it's Word is trying to be smart. So what you just saw earlier is called auto correct. And let me show you the rest here. And let me give you another example. So information as the 3, and notice this. I press 3 Alt D as in third, and I press a space bar. And notice that Alt D move it up to let's see, what do you call the superscript? So Alt D went up to the top, and so that's more proper way of writing. So paragraph in the 7, so I type 7th and spacebar, and also it turns into superscript section. Okay, so that's end of the document. And I'm back to page number 8 and step number 3 of exercise. It says when you complete typing the text, press the enter key once. So there's the enter key and there's the insertion point. All right, so we'll move on to the next part of the exercise, and that starts from page number 12. So I'll be back. So I'm back. So we're going to continue on exercise 1.1b on page number 12. Essentially, we're going to be saving the document that we just have created. So let me just go ahead and close this one. Don't save it. So back here, and my insertion point is blinking after the line. Please insert this information as the third paragraph in the 7th section. Don't worry about what this says. It's just a text. You don't need to worry about the content of it. So it's not a real instruction for this exercise. So, okay, so I'm looking at page number 12, exercise 1.1b. It's going to show you how to save this document. So notice that at the top in the document title bar, it says document 2. Well, it could have document 1, document 2, document 3, it doesn't matter. But what it indicates me is that this file has not been saved yet, because it doesn't have any unique document name. Instead, we have kind of a generic document name such as document 2. Alright, so let's go ahead and save this document. And to do so, go ahead and click on File tab, and then click on Save As. So you may use Save, but until you get very comfortable with saving, I do want you to use Save As, because Save As always give you this option to let you select where you will save this document and what name that you're going to give. Your Save As always gives this option, and Save button sometimes doesn't. So that's the main difference. So to be on the safer side, always use Save As until you become very confident and comfortable with using the Save button. Alright, so once you come to Save As window, by the way, this is called Backstage. So Backstage shows information about document, whether you want new document, you've seen this before, and you want to open new document. So these are all Backstage information. So for example, here options, you can change options about whether you want to display in different ways, proofreading, and that sort of kind of things. So we'll learn this later. So back to File, Save As, and now in the Save As window, you may see one or more of these kind of weird looking items. So it's the one with the S on the icon is for SharePoint, and the one below that looks like a couple of clouds, that's for OneDrive. The textbook tells you it's a SkyDrive, but essentially they're the same thing. The SkyDrive had name change, so now it's called OneDrive. Notice that there's no space between the word one and drive, so you should just read it OneDrive instead of a OneDrive. Okay, which I did. Anyway, it's OneDrive. So we have a bunch of OneDrives. So these are something called cloud computing. So you can save these files to the internet, and then you can download it or open it from the internet. For now, I want you to use computer, because you have the data files. Hopefully by now you should have a data files on your flash drive. So click on computer, and on the computer you want to find your flash drive. So it doesn't show here, so go ahead and click on the browse button, and on the browse window, on the left pane, I'll just go down here, scroll down. So how do you scroll up and down? So basically you can use the arrow button here, or you can click on the bar and hold down and drag it down or up and so on. And right now I have my drive, my flash drive. It's called Yun Drive. And then on the right here I will click on BUSTC 128 Word 1. So double click on it to open it, and then double click on data files and chapter 01. Double click, so that'll open it. And I have this folder created. Originally the folder didn't come, so these from here to here, from here to here, okay, so they are data files. They came with the textbook, and this is a folder that I want to have, or if you don't have one, create one. So go ahead and click on new folder and name it as assignments chapter 1. I'm going to delete it. Or you can right click on something in the blank space here, right click on it, and then new folder. Again, name it as assignments chapter 1. Let me delete it. So you have this assignments 1 chapter 1. So double click on it to go inside, and notice this in the top it says computer Yun Drive. That's the name of the flash drive that I created, and then BUSTC Word 1, data files chapter 1, assignments chapter 1. That's the current location. And down here is the file name. So what is going to be the name of this document? Well, if you look at step 1 on page number 12, exercise 1.1b, look at step 1, E, letter E as in Edward, and it says name the file as C01E01 web resumes. So C01, so that's, you may guess that's chapter 01 or chapter 1. Dash, so dash key is right here. That's the dash key without the shift key. Okay, just click on this dash key. Okay, so C01 dash E01. What do you think what E01 stands for? Right, exercise 01, and then followed by dash web resumes, and then you will notice this file save as type. It says Word document. Yeah, so it's going to be saved as a Word document, Microsoft Word document. And notice this down here, and it says DOCX. Can you see it? If you don't, just trust me, it's DOCX. So it means this is something called file extension. And the file extension is little tag or ID that tells this file is a Microsoft Word document. It's like a last name of a person. So Smith, like a Pat Smith, you know that Pat is the Smith family member. So here DOCX means it'll be, actually, don't do this by the way, it's going to be full name of this document is going to be like this. So this is more like a DOCX is more like a last name of a person. So don't actually add this, just put this part, and it'll Word will automatically add period DOCX at the end when you save it. Alright, so remember this. This is again is a dialog box. So you start from the top left corner, and then you work through and then down here, and then down here in the save. So from top left corner, walk and down and to the right. Okay, so go ahead and click on save. And now notice this, in the top here, the title bar, it shows the name of the document, and that's followed by period docx in Word. Okay, so that's it for exercise 1.1.